Welcome to the fourth edition of DRW Radio. Hopefully this one works all the way through. Tonight we have Austin Uhas, the DRW undisputed champion, reigning and defending, and we also have the injured on the shelf right now, Grant Van Dam. We've already heard from Grant Van Dam on one episode, so we'd like to get in touch with the undisputed champion, Austin Uhas. Austin, what is your confidence/personal opinion on your spot right now in DRW?
Well, it's like this. I came in here to make sure that people knew that ego is not the way to go. What you need to do in this company to get ahead is to show that you are the best in the business. And there are too many people in this business who think they are everything in a freaking bowl of peanuts because they came from some high family from beforehand. You know what? No, this means nothing. You come in, you be the best, and then you get to brag. And until that day happens, you are nothing in the eyes of anyone who has a rational mind. And that is what I have come here to do. I have taken this piece of gold because I know that the only person who will ever be able to take it from me without using some underhanded tactics like Mr. Bully Ray will try and do is someone who actually deserves it. Thank you. It covers the bases.
Well, there you go. Confident words from the DRW undisputed champion, Austin Uhas. We saw in an earlier episode the Bully Ray was featured on that he said everyone should be warned as he is the undisputed champion. Or no, he's not the undisputed champion right now. He has the briefcase, my bad, that could make him undisputed champion, could make him world champion, could make him DRW champion. It's a matter of when and where, he says.
On this radio show right now, so I could give him a couple of words of warning if he even tries to come after me. I really wish he was here right now. So I don't mean to cut off Grant Van Dam because I know he has a few words to say, so if he has anything to say, go ahead and say it. The floor is yours.
Grant, do you have anything to add in?
As a local resident for DRW Radio, for Austin, you are a great motherfucker. I have known you for almost 3 months in the Total Nightmare Action Wrestling group and DRW, and I know you're a good person now. You're with the Guardian nickname and the Guardian gimmick. You're like hardcore, and you have great strides with the undisputed strap. And with Bully Ray, aka the Pussy Ray, should keep on notice with the Guardian Austin Uhas, and with the Firestarter Hart, aka my dad, and the COO for Tower H as DRW champion. Bully Ray should be on notice with that shit. He's messing with the top 3 gods of DRW, and with me out of action, it's making me look like I'm a stupidity wrestler. But plans are for me to come back and to do some spectacular with the Grant Van Dam gimmick. I'm done speaking tonight, so I'll hand it down to Connor Goldfish Underwood.
If I'm still the champion, I want you one-on-one so we can see who the real best is in DRW.
Are you pointing that towards Chris Hero, or are you pointing that towards Grant Van Dam?
Grant Van Dam, because, Chris, we already have a fight coming Sunday.
Best believe it will be anything. It will not be for the weak at heart. That is for damn sure. But I do know one thing though. In the recent past history of me, you know, I can't really speak for Austin Uhas about it, but I've had a very spectacular career as of late. But you know, everybody's always been wondering and asking, you know, who is the next big thing in the eyes of Chris Hero. And, you know, personally, I honestly think the next big thing, it's either Rick Taylor or possibly Bully Ray. What are y'all's opinions about it?
Bully Ray is a coward who uses others to do the work that he should do.
Well, since we're going to go ahead and talk about newcomers, I can't believe I almost let this slip my mind. The big fish that just popped out of fucking nowhere and slammed Firestar Hart. What is everybody's opinion about the newest threat in DRW? Could be the future DRW World Heavyweight Champion come September 1st, Kid Crush.
Kid Crush is definitely a monster. We have seen that as from what he did to Firestar. And trust me, I've had a couple of run-ins with him in live shows, and he is one hell of a fighter. So all I have to say is, he's good. But is he better than Firestar Hart? I don't think he is. Because as we've seen, I've gone one-on-one with Firestar in a freaking 60-minute Ironman match before the Brandon McGrath incident. And we...
Oh, hold on. I think my... Hold on. No, okay. It's still working. Alright, you might have to repeat that.
Well, as I've said, before the whole the Brandon McGrath incident, we saw that I had the war with Firestar Hart 60-minute Ironman match, and we couldn't defeat each other. And the amount that we had to go through to get to where we were in that match, I don't think that Crush has it in him to do that. And that's what it's going to take that title from Firestar Hart. So, the question is, can he go as psychotic as we did on that day? Because that's when we brought out the monster in Firestar Hart. And he has not let up since.
Very, very true. You know, Firestar Hart has always been, you know, he's not one to, he's not one to back down. He's not going to give up the title without a fight. Well, hold on, there's Tyler H, guys. Tyler H, are you there? Tyler H has joined the panel, ladies and gentlemen, on DRW Radio. We have Tyler H, Austin Uhas, and Grant Van Dam. Austin and me were just talking about Kid Crush being the next big threat in DRW. You know, since everybody's here now, I guess I can get the opinions. I haven't really been able to ask this question to anybody, and I kind of want to pick y'all's brains about it. What do y'all think about what's happened with Brandon McGrath over the past few months, and him even getting kicked out of Attitude, out of everywhere he's got kicked out of? Oh my gosh, it's finally happened. He got kicked out of Attitude. It is a better place for everybody. What are y'all thoughts now on what happened?
Okay, Brandon DeGraff is a cheating motherfucker user. He thinks that he has all the edge and stuff. I knew Brandon DeGraff from day one since I was part of Attitude back in the good old days when it's all do that. When they introduced the storyline mode in Attitude in 2011, I was like, what the fuck? And when he rose to the top, Kevin Smith was being looked down. And when Kevin Smith snapped and took out Brandon DeGraff from Attitude, Brandon DeGraff hasn't been seen for how long? Then Julian Warren comes back and gets his group back and stuff. Brandon DeGraff should be a motherfucking douchebag since day one. Thank you, Jesus, for all the sayings, and likeness in my words are copyrighted by the Grant and law firm. Thank you.
Brandon DeGraff was the man who showed me that there are people on this earth that are more disgusting than I could have thought of. That son of a bitch made it so one group would turn its back on me when I did nothing to it. I made a specific point to him, and he took that into an ultimate butt-first mode try and ruin my name in that company with that farce of a match, and I would not take it. That son of a bitch tried to stomp me into the ground, and when he found that I wouldn't fall like his little lemmings do, he couldn't take it. And I am glad that he is gone, but I can only wish that I could sock him in the face in real life.
You know, and everybody's talked about it, you know, Brandon DeGraff, what he's done, you know, but Grant says we haven't heard from him. Oh, we've heard from him. We just haven't heard from him in the wrestling ring. He's stalking us and everything, and, you know, he's making sure that everybody still knows that he exists, but Brandon DeGraff is a total fucking douchebag. Tyler H., you know more about this than anyone. You refuse to step back in attitude after everything Brandon has done, and after he did everything to TNA, caused us to lose one of the greatest matches in probably WRP history, even though at SummerSlam in CRW, we created one hell of a moment together, but still, he made us lose the Iron Man match that was the Iron Man match of the ages, and frankly, I personally think he just did it because he knew that the Iron Man match was way better than any match they could have put on. But Tyler H., what is your opinion about what happened?
Well, you know, when I was with Attitude, and when I knew about Brandon DeGraff, you know, everybody had been telling me about what he has done, and I've known him for a long time. Attitude screwed me twice at the titles. One because I didn't show up because I wasn't online, and the second time they said that that there was somebody else that was the same champion as me, so they had to relinquish of my title, which was the ROH Pure Heavyweight title, and they gave it to another person. But that still counts as me being a champion over there. But Brandon, you know, I hated him. And then they asked me to come back. They wanted me to leave CRW. They go back to them because they wanted the almighty Triple H over there, because they wanted one of the best Triple H role players of all time to be over there. So I had to make a decision. But I wanted to stay with CRW because I knew Attitude was going to screw me more out of being a champion. But now being a champion in CRW and in DRW makes me happy. And with Brandon gone, everybody is free of, you know, of what Brandon DeGraff has done in role play. And with him gone, everything's back to normal.
You know, and everybody, you know, has their own opinion about it. You know, and it's funny to me when I told everybody exactly what Brandon was like, what he was doing. Everybody was like, oh, Connor, you know nothing. Oh, you're a nobody. Oh, who the hell are you? Your best friend's a lobster. Wrong. I found that guy in a fucking dog food bowl outside, and yeah, I picked him up and took him in. He was going to get eaten by my dogs. We're saving a life. He's not my best friend. Fuck, I wouldn't even... The thing can't talk to me, but, you know, and I told everybody exactly what he was like, and, you know, oh, no, you know nothing. But then when Kevin Smith and all them come out of the woodwork and, you know, show everybody what he's like, oh, they're like, oh, hail Kevin, hail Kevin. And, you know, I have no disrespect towards Kevin or anything. You know, I'm glad they got rid of him. And, frankly, it's given a lot more guys, you know, options and, you know, chances. I mean, look at Steven Ben Signoff. He won the WWE title just a few days ago, which is something he probably would have never done in Brandon's era. And Ryan Pedigo, he's the ECW champion. I think he gave that title to... No, Kenneth Gatlin. It was either Ryan or Kenneth. One of them gave their title up to Sean Jersey over in Attitude. But, you know, it just pisses me off like that because, you know, everybody was just so blinded by everything. But, you know, I'm glad Brandon's gone. You know, since then, I became the WCW television champion. I lost it, then regained it. I won the WWE Hardcore title, and then I retired from WRP because in my opinion, I see no more fun in it. I see no reason to be in it. EFED is where I do my best. You know, I think Austin can vouch for me. I do some pretty damn good promos. If not, I think Tyler can vouch for me. But, you know, it's just Brandon was a total dick. But now, since we got that out of the water, let's jump back to DRW. We talked predictions for THB in episode 3. So I might as well talk predictions now, seeing as how now, since Austin's on the show, decides to work again. Austin, I'm going to go ahead and ask you the question first before I ask any of the other guys. Your predictions on the Battle Clash pay-per-view card. Well, actually, I want to ask you first. On the Battle Clash pay-per-view card, the first three matches are the semifinals and finals of the DRW United States Championship Tournament. A lot of guys see Rick Taylor going into the finals. Who do you see going into the finals, and who do you see walking out as DRW United States Champion?
There's a question I have about that. I looked at the tournament bracket that showed Chris Cage in one of the semifinal matches, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. Does that mean that Sean Jersey is just going to get a free pass to the finals, or what is going to be the deal there?
Well, basically, I needed some extra spots to fill because when I first made the tournament, I thought I had all the numbers correct. And, it's just being the head guy of a Fed, sometimes you overthink shit, and I did. I needed an extra spot to fill, and, just having somebody go over on Chris Cage. And at the time, when I put him in the tournament, he didn't leave yet. And as soon as I put him in the tournament and got him into the first round and almost got him through the second round, he left without telling me. So I was like, well, shit, I might as well just go through because none of them promoed. So I just put Chris Cage into the next round, and now it's Sean Jersey, Chris Cage. And if neither one of them promo, I'm free to write as I will. But again, it leads to the question, who do you think is going to the finals?
It's going to be between Mr. Jersey and, I believe, Ricky Taylor, who is in the bottom of the semifinal bracket, correct?
Yeah, Rick Taylor will be taking on Ken Gatlin, and Sean Jersey will be taking on Chris Cage, and the winner of that will meet in the finals for the DRW Undisputed Champion, or not Undisputed, why do I keep going back to that? The DRW United States title. Who do you see walking out with the title at the end of Battle Clash, at the end of the tournament?
In my opinion, I believe it's going to be Sean facing off against Ricky Taylor. Those two seem to have the fire under them right now, and probably be the best that the mid-card has to offer at the moment. So, who knows with this Kenneth Gatlin? I haven't been in the ring with any of these three men except for Mr. Cage, who I will be facing in GWA soon enough in a no DQ match for the World Heavyweight Championship. So, honestly, that match is going to depend on who I think is going to win, Sean versus Chris Cage. It depends on what happens between my match with Christopher at the GWA show. Yeah.
Well, now we go to Tyler H. Tyler H., who do you see going into the finals? And in the finals, who do you see walking away as United States champion?
I see Rick Taylor going at, win this whole thing. He has the talent, and I believe he deserves to be the United States champion. He's a good competitor. I think he'll be a DRW champion someday himself. Facing Sean.
Yeah, I truly believe that Sean might, if he actually busts his ass and tries, I think it might be Sean and Rick Taylor in the end. And, personally, I know both men very personally. Rick Taylor, I'm not going to hide any punches there or sugarcoat it. Rick Taylor is my nephew, but I showed no favoritism. I haven't gave him a win where he hasn't promoed. And, when him and Ryan, he promoed over Ryan, and which gave him the W. And, see, I could have had him win the 6th rookie match, but he didn't promo, so he didn't win. He did get an epic spear through the table when he speared Ken through the table, or not table, but ladder, but Bully Ray would bully bomb him and climb it because Bully was the only guy to promo. And, that brings me back to the whole promo to win situation. I want to see guys promo on their own. I don't want to see this group promo-ness, unless you're in a tag team, like Triple X and Harris Hero will be September 2nd. They will be officially a tag team. And now we go to the predictions of the Tag Team Championship match. Scum. Any two members of Scum versus any two members of Jersey Nation versus the All-American Rejects, who were Insane Oddities. I guess they changed their name or something, but they are the current tag team champions. Who do you guys see winning the first ever 2 out of 3 falls tag team match between Scum, Jersey Nation, and the All-American Rejects?
I feel that due to my personal relations with our leader of the Scum, I should just bow out of this conversation. If I had to pick anyone, it would probably be the ones that are not too large factions, because they are the dark horses. And I'll leave it at that, because I don't want it to get too personal, because we're trying to keep this away from the SCC, I think. I don't know. I don't care. It was. Never mind.
Okay, Tyler, what are your predictions?
I see Scum winning this. Radio, and I know Scum is a great tag team, and I think I believe they will definitely destroy Jersey Nation.
I thought the same thing going into Aftermath. I really thought Scum had a really strong going into, and Jersey Nation proved to be the underdog in it all, and it ended up being Jersey Nation and Scum. But then out of the all, as Austin Uhas said, the dark horse, and it was the dark horse Insane Oddities to get up and grab the titles. And I'm really proud of the Insane Oddities, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that they were the inaugural tag team champions. They did the easy part in winning the title. Now they gotta retain them and prove that they are the true tag team champions. More to come on that September 1st, but now we move on to, I believe, is the global championship match between the former military, now major global champion Dax, defending his title, versus former champion TMP. And the special stipulation in this match, both men asked, is win, lose, or draw, whoever walks out the champion is the champion. No more rematches. What are your guys' opinions, and what are your guys' predictions on who's walking away as global champion?
My prediction on the Dax versus TMP match will be, my opinion will be TMP successfully getting his title back, and TMP will win this match. I will see him win this match because he has a lot of heat, and he has that rematch heat also.
Okay, guys, hold on. Bully Ray is fixing to join us. Bully Ray has officially joined us, but Grant, finish on what you were saying.
With the TMP versus Dax match, I want to see TMP win this shit because TMP has to win his title back. And if I see anything like when I log back onto my DRW page, Dax will lose the title. I will guarantee promise he'll lose the title.
Okay, Austin Uhas, what's your opinion on the TMP versus Dax match for the Global Championship? Who do you think's walking away as champion?
Before I say that, I will say, Billy Ray, we have much things to talk about. Now, getting back to the subject, honestly, I believe that Dax is going to be retaining his title because I don't know if y'all have heard this from him or I before. I don't know if you saw the little excerpt that happened behind the scenes, but I have given him a proposition. I'll just leave it at that because I don't want to spoil anything, but let me just tell you this. He has got possibly the best shot of being the next big star in this company. He just needs to hone his skills correctly. And trust me when I say he will do anything in his power to win that title back.
Well, apparently some backstage confrontation between Dax and Austin Uhas, but Austin strongly believes that it'll be Dax walking away as champion. Tyler H., what are your opinions about Dax versus TMP?
I mean, this is one last match, and this is TMP's final match to try to be global champion. But I want to go with TMP. I believe he deserves to be the global champion. I mean, Dax has been a good global champion himself. I believe TMP does deserve to be a champion.
All right, well, now we're on to the man of the hour, I guess we'd call him. Bully Ray, a lot of heat on you right now. Well, before we get to that, let's get to the TMP versus Dax match. who do you think is going to walk away as global champion and to end the feud?
My opinion is maybe TMP. I'm not quite sure. I am newer here, so I don't really know their stories. Like, I haven't watched them fight personally. But whoever does win, maybe I'll come out there. Maybe I'll, take the glory and win the title for myself. Nobody knows. But I am not quite sure. I don't know their, wrestling. I haven't watched them personally wrestle. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it will be a good match. And yeah.
Well, now on to the television championship match. Trust me, we'll get to the Bully Ray situation here in a moment. But let's go ahead and get to the television championship match. The triple threat match for the television title. Johnny Gat defending his television championship, I believe, for the second time. This time it's against a guy that will not stop attacking Johnny Gat. Anytime he gets a chance, he does it. Cornette Court, who I have a personal beef with, but I will not inflict on the match, I promise you that. Cornette Gort and Sean in Waves Jersey, who is in remarkably, I think he's in 2 championship matches that night. The man's got some, he's in 3 because he's also in the tournament. Oh, holy hell, the guy busting his ass for the company. I give my heart out to him. Who do you guys see walking away as television champion? Sean Jersey, Cornette Court, or the reigning television champion, the Maniac, Johnny Gat?
I still believe that it's going to be Johnny Gat because he has had. Sorry, I'm trying to get my words together here. He has definitely had more experience in the limelight, holding a title than either of the other two that are in this match. Cornette Court, I'm going to have to speak to him personally and probably gouge his eyes out because I don't like him. And when it comes to Sean, I think he may have a good chance, but if I was him, I would probably try and focus on the United States title tournament.
That's
Free into this one, and therefore he's going to have the best chance of retaining his title.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. I'd try to focus on the United States title tournament. But in my personal opinion, Johnny Gat and me, we've had personal discussions, about everything, and he seems on the ball about the television championship match. He defended his title against Grant Van Dam at Aftermath in a last man standing match, and he even took his spot in the Elimination Chamber at Aftermath. Failed to win the undisputed title, and I do believe he was the one that got the death warrant from the pod onto the steel. I could be wrong, but I think it was him.
Johnny did not get that off the pod. I'm not sure who it was, but I know it wasn't Johnny.
It wasn't Johnny? Oh, okay. Just my memory, man. I can't remember what happened last week.
Into a death warrant.
Oh, okay.
I did it off the pod too, but I don't think we've seen him since.
Yeah, I don't remember, but Johnny Gat's been through a lot, but I'm personally going with Johnny Gat. Tyler, who do you think it'll be? Johnny Gat, Court, or Jersey?
I've known Johnny Gat personally myself, and I think I know Johnny Gat. I know he's got a long. I definitely do have a lot of confidence in this guy, and I believe Johnny Gat will come out as being champion.
All right. Well, I think Bully Ray's still on the panel, so Bully Ray, who do you think's going to walk away? Johnny Gat, Sean Jersey, or Cornette Court?
Well, all this heat I heard about Johnny Gat, they call him the crazy man. He did take out Grant Dam, so, and Grant Dam is the man he says he is, and if he took him out, I think he'll walk out the winner and overall do his best. Just because all the heat I heard about him, how good he is. Like I said, I'm newer here. I haven't really watched any of the men wrestle. But I have heard a lot about him in the back. So, yeah.
Well, Grant, I think you're still on my phone. Who do you think's going to walk away as champion?
My brother and my tag team stable partner, Johnny Gat, and we are part of the Daily Alliance, and I might be able to get my doctor's approval before the actual pay-per-view that's supposed to come back. There, my doctor's approval will be a maybe. My doctors are saying that I have to do some more rehab, but no, my knee is doing okay, and I think I might come back on Wednesday Night Rebellion next week, man. I might come back, but it's not going to be for sure. But Johnny, the Maniac, Johnny Gat will walk out as the new, still DRW World Television Champion.
All right, well, people are saying Johnny Gat all the way around the table. I guess we move on to the one of three main events. Yeah, no, I don't think we got the we got the tag team match and everything. 1 to 3 main events. The first main event being the triple threat match for the DRW Championship. Tyler H., the man on panel, defending the DRW Championship versus DMG, who looks to regain her title, versus the man that's hungry, but yet on the same page as Tyler H., which is very dangerous, THB. I want to go to Austin Uhas first, guy who has no ties with the match. Who do you see either retaining or walking out as champion?
Well, three participants. I remember Tyler H. and DMG, but who was the third participant?
It was Tyler H., DMG, and THB.
Now, this is going to be an interesting one. Because all of these three have had very well put out careers. They are very good fighters. I have fought with 2 of the 3 of them. When it comes down to it, I think that if we're going to go through who has the best wherewithal to pull out all the stops, it would probably have to be Tyler H. retaining his title. So we can't exactly say that he's going to have the best chance because these 3 are very unpredictable fighters. You never really know who is going to have the best chance until they get in the ring.
Very, very true spoken by the undisputed champion. Now let's move on to Bully Ray, who's on the panel. Bully Ray, yeah, you say that you haven't watched any of these 3 men fight. Well, 2 men, 1 woman. You've seen what's happened on Rebellion. You can just get a feel for the tension in the match. You know, the question is, when it comes down to THB and Tyler H., who's going to walk away the champion? If DMG's even 100%, will she walk away the champion? Who's more hungrier? Who's more desired for the title? Bully Ray, who do you see, out of your personal opinion, walking out DRW champion?
I see, like he said earlier, that, it's kind of hard to tell if you actually watch it, and they all have good, good fight in them. And the man I actually have witnessed, Tyler H. I see him, he does a great job, and he does seem like he's more hungrier for the title. And as me being a wrestler, I know how that feels when you're at that title. And, I've seen Tyler H. fight, and I think Tyler H. will walk out the champion.
Well, Tyler H. there. In my personal opinion, you've got the desire back for the championship from DMG, who wants the championship back, needs the championship back, but nobody knows if she's 100%. Yeah, she powerbombed Ken Gatlin through the ring last week. Oh, wow, boo-hoo. Ken Gatlin's Ken Gatlin. But, then you got THB, who hasn't won the DRW title yet. Maybe he's more hungrier for the championship. But then again, would he fall to Tyler H? Would he let Tyler H pick up the W? Is Tyler H going to walk away the champion? My personal opinion, I see Tyler H somehow, some way, walking out still DRW champion. Grant, who do you see walking away as DRW champion?
My prediction and opinion for this match will be my own mom and my tag team sales partner, Pamela Dark Maiden Goff Taylor, because she's my mom, my loving mom, and she will Pam bomb Tyler H. and THB at the same time and she will successfully get her DRW title back, and it will be back around her waist. And that's my opinion and my prediction. Pamela starts beating Dolph Taylor.
3-1 so far. Tyler H, I guess since you're walking into the match, I guess you can still have your personal opinion. Who do you think's going to walk away as champion?
Well, of course, it'll be me, because I'm going to defeat DMG again, like I did last time. That THP, I'm not afraid of him. You know, he thinks he's going to be the underdog in this match, but he's not. I've already, me and him have never really faced before, but I'm going to beat DMG again. And if she wants to come back at me, when I walk out of there as champion, she wants to come back at me a third time, she can, but I'm just going to beat her again and again.
Very, very confident from Tyler H. We've got all the votes on that match. Now we go to the second of 3 main events. We are going upon the DRW World Heavyweight Championship match. I don't believe this match has a special stipulation. Don't quote me if I'm right. I don't know if I am. If anybody's on Facebook right now, tell me if there's a special stipulation. But there's not. Okay, so it's just Firestar defending his championship versus Kid Crush. We all have our personal opinions about Kid Crush. We all think he may be the next big thing, along with Rick Taylor and many others. He's one of the newcomers to just splash out of the water and show us what he's got. I'm very proud of him for the major heel turn he did. Heels up, face down. That's the way we like to go, right? I mean, and he didn't even do it out of ego. He was just doing it as, I'm here, and I'm here to, be noticed, and I'm going to take your damn title with a smile on my face. In my personal opinion, I'm going with Kid Crush. I think he's got it. I think he's got Firestar's number. What's your personal opinions about it? I'll start with Austin. Austin, what's your personal opinion?
He can go 60 minutes with the beast that I fought with in TNA not but a couple of months ago. I don't think Kid Crush is going to have any chance unless he can defeat the beast that came out when I fought him. He can last as long as I did. I don't think Kid Crush has a chance in hell of beating Firestar Hart.
All right, we got one Firestar, one Kid Crush. Tyler H., you know both men very well. I mean, you both do from CRW days. You got to pass with both of them. Who do you think's walking away DRW World Champion?
Well, back in April, I did face Firestar at WrestleMania, and I came so close to beating the streak, but he came out on top. We almost had at least an hour match, at WrestleMania, but he came out on top, and he's one hell of a competitor. But I really think that Kid Crush does have the potential of becoming the new DRW World Heavyweight Champion. So I'm going with Kid Crush for this one.
All right, we got 2 Crush, 1 Firestar. Grant, you know both men very well, again, from CRW days and from TNA days, mostly from TNA days. Kid Crush, a former CRW United States champion, former TNA television, U.S., and Legends champion. Dude's been around the mid-card, just like Grant Van Dam. Grant, who do you think's walking away DRW World Heavyweight Champion?
I'm sorry. So the person who will walk away in this DRW World Heavyweight Championship match will be my own dad, Philip, the Firestar Hart, Christopher Massey. He will walk away as the new world champion, and he will motherfucking beat Kid Crush. And once he beat him, that will be the first motherfucking time that my motherfucking family has become champion. I'm part of the David Line, you know that for the fact. And when we get all the titles, even me coming back and getting that briefcase from Bully Ray, I will cash it in and he becomes a higher card fighter. Bull, yeah.
Alright, well, now that we got that out the way, now hold on, my girlfriend's texting me as well. Alright, Bully Ray, who do you think's walking away DRW World Heavyweight Champion, Firestar Hart or Kid Crush?
I don't know any of those guys personally or anything about them. So, yeah, I don't know any of them personally. I have not seen any of those two fight. I am trying to watch matches to learn more about them. And that's what I've been doing in my free time, looking at, their promos and such not. But I do not know any of those guys personally, so I can't really give you a ideal result. But whoever is more hungrier, which could be either of those guys, will win. And I had not seen their, promos yet. I am looking for them. So I really do not know. I don't have a strong opinion about that match. I do not know those guys one at all. Sorry about that one.
Alright, well, now we go to the be-all, end-all. The main event of the evening. We go to Austin Uhas defending his DRW Undisputed Championship versus Chris Zero in the Barbed Wire Mayhem Massacre match. I think that's what it's called, yeah. And this match has been building ever since Aftermath, when Austin Uhas at the end of the Elimination Chamber, lights went out, came back on, and Chris Zero and Austin were face to face. And Austin looked very confident, and Chris Zero just looked at the title and looked back at him. And, both men's promos have been very ecstatic, and it's looking to be a great match, and it's looking to have some great talent involved. And, it's just one of those once-in-a-lifetime moments, but, this is where I don't want to see that feud end. I want to know who the better man is. If it is a battle clash, so be it. But in my personal opinion, I don't want to see that feud end there. And maybe Austin doesn't either. But before I go to Austin's opinion about it, let's go to Tyler H., who has no qualms with the match. Who do you think's going to walk away DRW Undisputed Champion, Tyler?
Well, I know about Chris here because I just fought him in a SummerSlam. There was CRW, and I put him out for a month. But this match, I believe that Austin has this match won. Because this is Barbed Wire Mayhem. I've never been in that type of match, but I have seen them kind of matches before. But I think Austin has this match won against Chris Zero because I don't think Chris has it in him, to be in this type of match. Because, Austin is he's kind of a hardcore wrestler. I have seen him before, and, in these type of matches, so I believe he has his match won and still be champion.
Alright, we go to Grant Van Dam now. Grant, you know both of us personally from CRW days, and, Austin from TNA days when he fought Firestar Hart in the Iron Man match. It was a great match, great match, but he did come up short. Who do you think is going to be walking away DRW Undisputed Champion at the end of September 1st Battle Clash?
My opinion on this match will be my little Hungarian homie, Austin Uhas. He will successfully defend in this Barbed Wire Mayhem match. Me personally, as a WRPer, has been part of 2 Barbed Wire Mayhem matches before I met Connor or Austin Uhas. The Barbed Wire Mayhem match is deadly to me. I created the Russian House of Horrors match, as you see, used in a couple of stipulations in TNA. But I will see my little Hungarian homie, Austin Uhas, winning this Barbed Wire Mayhem match. Thanks. Close.
Alright, well, we move on to Bully Ray. Bully, who do you think's walking away Undisputed Champion?
Chris Zero does seem like one of those, men that will do anything to win, and I've seen Chris Zero fight, and he seems like one of those men that don't care what kind of match it is and will do anything to win. So in my opinion, I will be going with Chris Zero.
Alright, well, before I go to Austin, I guess I'm going to go ahead and give myself the prediction right now. I personally think, looking at my own character and looking at Austin Uhas, both men of great, great talent, I see both men somehow winning the match together, but if I had to go with anybody, I really want to say Austin Uhas has this match won. Personally, I really don't think Chris Hero is ready, but if he is, he is. It's Chris Hero has that fire in him to come out. I never really could show anybody the beast that I had, just like Firestar did. But me, I'm going in the underdog. Austin Uhas is red hot right now. But I haven't competed since the first pay-per-view. I haven't stepped in the ring since the first pay-per-view when I stepped one-on-one with THB and beat him to end our feud. So, it's just, I gotta go with Austin Uhas. But then, we go on to the next pay-per-view, Proving Ground. We talked about the main event in the other radio show. The second ever Battle Storm. I don't think none of you have ever seen it because I don't think any of you were in the NWC days. Battle Storm is an asylum, just like the asylum that was used in TNA. There's 10 men, and it's elimination rules until you get down to the last two. The only way to eliminate your opponent is by making sure he cannot answer the count of 10. Weapons are hanging everywhere, tables, ladders, chairs, barbed wire massacres, everything. After it gets down to the final two, the only way to win is to climb out of the asylum and escape. And the guy that wins gets a shot at any major championship at Natural Destruction. We all know that Proving Ground will be, I think it's September 15th, and then 2 weeks after that will be Natural Destruction. And I got really high hopes about that, and THB made an announcement that if he does not win the DRW Championship September 1st, September 15th, he is entering Battle Storm. We will be looking for 9 more contestants in that, and if Grant Van Dam does return next week on Rebellion, I'd really like to see him compete in Battle Storm, because he could be a big impact player in that, and hopefully he stays out of an injury or gets his cell phone taken away from his mom.
I will not participate in Battlestorm. I want to get a shot at that briefcase from Bully Ray.
What if Bully Ray's not holding it after Battlestorm or Battle Clash?
Please, make it official. Make it official.
I can't. The next time we ever step back in the ring will be Battle Clash, and maybe he's planning on cashing in, but if he doesn't, Grant, I promise you will get the shot. But if he does cash in before then, I'm entering you in Battle Storm. But anyway, Austin Uhas, do you agree you don't want to see the Chris Zero Austin Uhas feud end at Battle Storm? Or Battle Clash?
You know how I am. It is not up to me to decide. It is all of fate deciding. But I will say this. If we do continue, this barbed wire massacre match will only be the tip of the psychotic iceberg. Just make that clear now. Oh, and to Bully Ray, I'm just going to give you this warning. If you even fathom of thinking about trying to cash in on our match, when you do, if you do, or if you even think about it, I will hunt you down, and I will rip your soul from your body and throw it into the soul-nado, and use your spine as a back scratcher. Do you understand, boys?
Do you know who I am?
Do I hate who you are?
You should. I'm Bully Ray Dudley. I will tell you this. If I do decide to come out there, I will be winning. If I decide to come out there, you do not scare me one bit.
Yes, be afraid of your 7 little cronies who can barely get off of the ground. You have never will be, and you use them to try and make your point. Your aces and eights are nothing more than frickin' lemmings that you were able to twist because they had nothing better that they could do. But when you face someone who can actually destroy them, and you know that you can't get the upper hand on who you are about to face, it eats away at you, and it will continue to eat away at you until you fathom in your mind that you are better than them. And when the time comes that you can find out that you're not, it will keep you alive.
Okay. We'll see.
Well, the next time we go to pay-per-view is September 1st for Battle Clash. Big pay-per-view, our biggest pay-per-view of the year. We would like you to remember to order that pay-per-view live on IPTV and the DRW app and Twitter and Facebook. Follow us at DRW Official, which will be a Twitter account made in about 20 minutes. Anyway, we'll see you there. Guys, I'd like to thank you guys for joining the DRW panel once again. We look forward to seeing you on DRW Radio again. Alright, well, this has been a great edition. I'd like to thank you guys for coming out. I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, Tyler, just me and you.